This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. Oh. Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Link Up Podcast with your host, Mr. King, Kana, and Woods here in the building.
Yo, everybody's here, finally.
Yeah, today we got a full house. We got the full Link Up squad. We got Kenisha, Rashid, Kana Woods, Mia, everybody's here. And today we also got, yes, indeed. And today we also got a special guest in the building. We here joined by Kenisha York, one of Anguilla's own, I guess.
First Anguillian on the podcast, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
Or like direct Anguillian.
So, you know, you could say hi to the people.
Ray's Anguillian, man. Yeah. So where you was born?
St. Martin.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Then I went to Anguilla and I was living there for like almost 10 years. And then I came up here.
Okay. What year you come up? This might not be the proper way to say it, but tell us about yourself. How about it?
Okay, let's see. I went to school at St. Martin Max School, Campus 1, shout out.
Alright.
And I came to Anguilla, I think, in 2003. And then I moved here to Holland in 2013, 14, okay. 12, somewhere around there. So that's about it. And, you know, I came here to study. I studied communication and media. So that's what I've been doing from since I came here. So.
Where do you study now?
In Utrecht.
Hogeschool Utrecht?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so all you do is the same stuff.
The same course?
Yeah.
Really?
And Woods doing the same thing?
Yeah, the name changed, but it's the same study.
Hold on there.
Okay.
Kenisha, you can pull down the mic.
But you doing it in English or in Dutch?
I did it in English.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so
Creative business, yeah?
You did it in English?
Yeah.
No, because I was saying that you look familiar, no, but I couldn't spot it.
I didn't have
Wow. Yeah, for sure it was the glasses.
To be fair, my hairstyle does change quite a lot.
That's true too.
Yeah. I used to have an afro.
You don't catch the sarcasm. You don't catch it.
No, I catch it, but I just let it float.
Okay.
I didn't acknowledge it, you know?
Alright.
Hey, you stupid.
Hey, that's you for yourself on that one.
Another tangent.
Yeah,
Here we go.
That's normally how things work here on the Link Up Podcast. But I guess where do we start? I mean, you came here in the Netherlands in 2013-14, you say? Studying
12.
Somewhere around there.
So I got the date wrong then, basically. I was busy adjusting, trying to get the volumes right. My bad, you know, I was trying to do a lot of things at once. But basically the reason that we kind of have you here on the podcast is I was a person, like I came across some of the work that you did, and it was a pillow. I forgot who it was made, and it was like customized with some words on it. I don't remember the exact pillow it was that I saw first. But then basically I went through scrolling your IG and saw that you're a very creative person, I guess would be the way to put it, because it seems as though you do a lot. So could you talk a little bit about what all it is that you do and how you got started with what it is that you do?
First off, I think I do too much. And I'm trying to kind of cut it down to one niche so that I can focus on it. But I remember the first pillow I made, I was like 15 years old, and that's where it started. I first started with embroidery, and then I did painting. And then I did graphic designing. So I started incorporating like cartoons that I would make from people and print it on the pillow. So that's that. So that's something that I'm still trying to work on. But studying in Utrecht, Hogeschool with communication and media, I'm able to like mix the graphic designing on the pillow too as well. So that's where I'm trying to just strengthen my brand and just to make it.
So is that what you want to be like the main focus of what it is that you do?
The graphic
embroidery
designing?
Or the graphic designing?
I like the painting, but the graphic designing is a little bit more easier. The painting gives it the more handmade feel, so people kind of cherish it a little bit more. So I don't mind doing both.
But like painting pillows, you mean, or
painting characters? Like the first one I did was SpongeBob, Well, the first one I did was Dora, but she ended up looking like Sasquatch.
Wow.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta start
Dora
somewhere,
the
you know,
Sasquatch.
and
Sequel.
I mean, you can only go up from there, right?
so yeah, and then I started getting better, and I made my first Dora pillow for somebody, and then I started selling it in Anguilla. So that's how people start knowing me for the pillows, and then yeah.
So the first thing you started out with was pillows
Yeah.
for people, and
Yeah.
then like what other types of things that you embroider?
The embroidery was the first thing, but that one is really time consuming, and I don't have the patience for that no more since I found something quick. But I like to customize everything. Like I remember I would be in school and I'd customize my shoe and I would put a K on it, and my friends would laugh because it's like it's tacky or it's just not. You know what I mean? Like tacky to put a K on your shoe or something like that. So it's like from since young I've been always customizing my bags and everything. So
Because that's one thing, like I was saying before, scrolling through your IG, is like I see that you draw, you crochet, you do like woven stuff, you do painting like you just mentioned, and the graphic design. I was just trying to figure out kind of like what exactly is it that you do, or what is the main thing. It seems like it's a whole lot of
She was
different
doing
things.
too much.
I
yeah,
know.
because originally the idea that I had in my mind for the future is to have 3 sections. One is the graphic design, one is the fashion, and one is the pillows, which is the gifts. And I think it's becoming a little bit too much. So last year I did my last photo shoot with the fashion pieces that I made, and I incorporated crochet in it. Every year I incorporate crochet. So I said that would be the last time I would do it, because I really need to focus on something that's going to build me and make me grow. So that's why I stayed with only the pillows now, or the gift section, and then the graphic section. So those two I'm going to focus on for the future.
And the gifts is just stuff that you could get customized.
Yeah, customize the pillows, and I'm going to be looking into creating more different things, not only pillows, like picture frames and stuff. But I have so much ideas in my mind, it just make me crazy in the night. But yeah, slowly but surely.
But when you say you put in the graphic designs on the pillow, how'd that process to go?
I create it digitally on the computer, and then I send it to a printing machine to print on a piece of fabric, and then I sew the pillow. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was like on the pillow itself. So I was like,
Yeah, it's printed on the pillow. Yeah.
On the fabric.
On the fabric.
And then you
And then I sew the pillow to, yeah.
But
I create the whole pillow.
I got asked, I don't want to know what he said.
She gets ready to say.
Don't shade him.
Constantly on this podcast.
Maybe I still try to get a concept.
Yeah.
Okay, let me say.
Maybe I used to do a lot of stuff, and maybe that's why. Cause
I don't sew. and
No, let me put it
these type
together
of
for him. Let me put it
things, so
together. Okay, so what I do, I create the design on the laptop using Adobe Suite.
that's
She get
how
really
much-
specific. She's like, which
I was probably up to that part. The main thing that for me, the main question that I guess is like,
How to put it on the pillow?
what are you printing on it? Just like an outline, the sketch, or are you
I
printing like
send
the
them
actual thing, the actual full design with color and everything?
Yeah, with color.
And do you just stitch over that in following like
No.
the same color?
No.
No,
Like-
she stitches the pillow together.
I don't know.
Let me say
Yeah,
it.
Levi explain this crap. I mean, wait for this explanation.
But
So
she
the-
explained it already.
Hey, man, your business. We're not talking about you.
So I send it to a company, a PNG version, so it's transparent, and then they have this machine that they print it out on a piece of paper, and then it's a transfer paper. So you put the paper on the fabric,
Okay.
and then they press it, and then the image comes out on the fabric, and then I sew the pieces together to make a pillow.
You see that in between pieces? What I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I was just asking about the specifics. So like I know there's a lot of different ways of getting images onto fabrics or t-shirts or whatever it might be. So it just makes sense now.
Nah, but I'm more asking because I was thinking it was the same process as like printing a shirt.
Yeah, it would be the same process as that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And do you see yourself like looking to make the steps so that you could do it all in-house, for example? Is that something you're looking towards, or you cool with how it is now, with the sense that for that part you just send it to the company, they handle that, and then because I would assume you probably could save some money if eventually you saved
I was
up,
actually
got your
looking
own
into
printing
it.
stuff.
Yeah, but it is expensive. I'm not going to lie. To get one of those expenses, I really have to save a lot. and I'm trying to look into ways on how I can get it cheaper, or try to see if I can get a loan with least amount of interest or something.
Or maybe a second-hand one.
Yeah, or a second-hand one, because it requires a lot.
I think I was looking up randomly a time. I think one of the cheapest presses like 500 euros. Yeah. And that, I mean, that ain't that expensive compared to like the ones that cost like $5,000, but those are like industrial ones for like mass production and kind of thing. I assume you would use it, but not that much for you to get something for 5,000.
So I think I need to reach to the point where I'm actually getting it into demand. That's why I want to build my brand now, so that I can reach to the point that I'm getting so much customers that I can actually invest into it. Because for now, to invest into it is going to be a loss for me at this moment. So it's better for me just to print it one by one.
But do you do all the stitching and stuff yourself, or you have like other people helping you?
No, I do it myself. I sew the pillows myself. Yeah.
But are you still doing school as well, or
this is my last year. I'm doing my thesis.
Okay, what are you doing your thesis on?
Palm oil, actually. How to use social media to attract leads and followers and get more inquiries and stuff like that. But the topic is surrounding palm oil, because there's a lot of controversies about palm oil and how it's affecting the orangutans and everything.
Nigeria, right?
Or okay,
Malaysia.
So how about you give a little bit explanation for those who are not as knowledgeable? What is palm oil thing?
Palm oil is used in everything that we use. It's shampoos and soaps, and like major brands such as those who are in charge of the Kit Kat, they use the palm oil extracted from Malaysia, which affected the orangutans living there. So a lot of people started protesting because the animals are losing their homes and everything. So it became really big. I think Wild Peace did a campaign. Wild Peace, was it? Greenpeace, sorry. Greenpeace did a did a campaign, and that went viral, and people started to become more aware. But it still is very negative out there. So now we're doing palm the right way to make people realize that there are good ways to produce palm. But we don't do it in Malaysia. We do it in Ecuador, where orangutans do not live, and we try to help like local communities. And so I really like working for. Well, it's a thesis, but I actually work for the company there as a social media coordinator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You see yourself working for the company after you finish, or you can go somewhere else?
I like it, and I have the opportunity to work as a freelancer. I get to work from home. So if I can get to keep it and still grow my business at the same time, I will do it. Yeah, because I really like working for the company.
I don't see why not. Anything will work from home sounds like a good.
And that's the thing too, because how should I say this? I don't see myself working for a company from 8 to 5. I just don't see it. I'm not saying that people who do it is a bad thing, because some people can. But I can't.
If it's not for you,
it's not for me. I too fidgety. I need to see people. I need to go outside sometimes.
Nah, I feel you with that one. Yeah. The whole 9 to 5 sitting behind a computer the whole time, I don't think that's necessary for me either.
And then when I finished with that, because I had another internship, but that one was really demanding because it was a large company with large followings. The expectation was high. And I would be there every day from 8 to 5 just on social media. By the time I reach home, I didn't want to see nothing on social media. I didn't want to talk to nobody on the phone. And
I already feel like that. Yeah. And I didn't use it that much.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But then what was next? Like before we actually start taping, you was talking about your website. Well, give us the name, give us a little bit about it. What all on it?
Right now, I just extended my website trials. I'm creating everything from scratch. And this is the first time I'm using it on WordPress. So like I have to learn everything all over again. So it's not really fixed, but it's still slowly but surely getting built.
Okay.
And the name of it is Kenisha York Designs. And I want to start off by putting the pillows on it. And then inside of the website, a little section for the graphics. So that's going to have its own separate link that people can only reach if I give them the link. But it's going to showcase the pillows. Yeah, so I'm still working on it.
So, for the crochet and stuff like that, the plan is just to leave that alone, or at some point you would want to do that with the pillows and stuff?
At some point I want to put it back in, because crochet is the first thing I actually learned. My aunt taught it to me when I was 10. So like I grew up learning how to crochet, and it's become a part of me. So I don't want to just give it away.
Because it's not that you had a lot of different things that you did that was like crochet that was on your IG, so it seemed like that was a significant part of what you did.
Yeah, it is. And I'll bring it back. But for now, I think I need to balance my time properly, because if I focus on too much things, I'm not going to strengthen one area.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But also, like, crocheting is very time consuming, right?
Yeah, it is, but that's why I only do the small projects, because I don't have patience to sit down and make a whole blanket or a whole shirt. No. So I usually would do like the accessories, like earrings and
That sounds dope.
chains and stuff. Yeah.
You ever thought about like teaching, like giving?
Yeah, I want to do a workshop for like parents, because now that I have a baby, it's a bit different. You know, I can make her own crochet headbands. I want to also teach pregnant women to do that too for their child. So it's like different plans I have in my mind, but like I say, I have to take it slow, because it's a lot. It's a lot.
Or maybe plan on getting some help. Or maybe like, you know, you get like 2 or 3 apprentices, you know, you teach them how to do it, and then like they help you. Yeah,
Yeah, but she still gotta take time.
Yeah.
I like to teach her.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's ways to combine it, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a day that you decide that you're actually getting back it, or I don't know, a Saturday or whatever weekend when you got some free time, like you just sitting down crocheting. If you invited a couple of friends over
I
and just
don't,
made
by
it
the way,
like
you know,
a group crochet
because I gonna say I could sew. I used to do like face painted and stuff like that. I could pick up shit quick. So and crochet tops in now, you know. I ain't trying to buy them, you know. I got yarn in my
I was waiting for the ending of that.
Well,
I was like, where is this going?
You see, this is like me to the female here. You know, for this type of
because none of us will be like, yeah, but you know, I can't wait for that crochet tops. Then again, if one had said, I wouldn't be surprised.
Mind your business.
But you got it for men too now, the crochet tops that is look really cool.
Wait, what?
So, yeah, it do, and it does look really cool. Like those boys in Jamaica that
Yeah, but you see them yardie man, they style on a whole different vibe.
I like it too.
Hey, shout out to them, cool for them. You know, whatever speaking for you, but I
need to look this
probably
up.
Probably going to Aruba December, so you know, gotta get my crochet together.
Crochet for men.
Yeah, the tops look really nice.
I don't know about that.
You never know.
That's like saying, yeah, but I don't go out and get a romp or two. Something just
I think we need to look at it to see.
It had a day I was on campus, off topic, sorry, but you say it. So I was walking and I see a fellow in a romper, and it was like, I was shocked.
It hello good?
No.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
I've seen stranger shit.
His ass was looking plump. It was plump. It was looking real right.
You see, and then this is what happened with females. You know?
You see, now it's
one of y'all asked how it was looking. One of y'all had asked how it was looking. So
no, she asked how it was looking.
I just answered the question. I just answered the question.
I put that imagination.
I just answered the question. Okay.
Oh, that's the crochet.
I good.
Loki was feeding away.
That's the
No,
crochet.
if you type in that's not cool.
What should I type?
Type it for you.
First of all, if you type it and you get this Caucasian man, you should know.
How about for this part, King, we're gonna try put up a picture of what we looking at. we will leave this.
I ain't even see what we looking at yet.
Yeah, no, because according to the young lady, you know, a picture
I don't know what to type for. That's a good thing, right?
I mean,
I don't know.
The man has some merinos made in crochet. I mean,
you see, that's what I was picturing when I was talking about it. And I'm like, if that's the swag, that's not my swag. Like, it might be for somebody else, but
I don't even know.
I can picture Woods wearing it though.
Yeah.
Does it look like?
Don't ask that question. Yeah, today.
What do you mean?
She probably fucking the rest of the pants to be having on.
Listen.
I wear tight pants. That's different, but
no, you wear shorts. You wear pum pum shorts practically.
You would be who I would expect to see in a romper.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
honestly.
What have I ever put on that's even close to that?
You really want to get to that conversation?
I can't.
European short pants.
Your style will be a little out there, so
European short
I'm
pants.
just saying, if I
Look,
saw you,
I don't want to hear about
you roll up on me and I
style from
was
someone that still wears fucking G-Unit pants.
come for him Sean Johns. Go for him.
So you
get him.
So you can't really prove your argument about it being.
I mean,
case lost.
I mean, what's got a point with your Sean Johns and your triple XL t-shirts?
Hey, look, right? I just comfortably. I never said no kind of fashion something. I just comfortably.
Comfortably?
Yeah, that's about it. Screw everybody else. I ain't this whole. But anyway, I feel like we kind of got
crochet classes.
Yeah, crochet
classes. Somewhere around there we left off.
I read
that's it. But is a plan, because like I say, I have so much ideas. I'm just taking it a step at a time. My next project though is to create a Christmas special for December, so I'm working on that. Last year I did like pillows and a Christmas ball, and that one did really good. And I sewed a pillow and I put it in the Christmas ball with their names on it. And I really did good with that one. So this year I want to do something a bit different, but I'm still going to keep the Christmas balls. So that's the next project I'm working on.
I guess these pillows wasn't like filled with stuff?
Yeah, I have stuffing in it.
Okay,
what you should be asking is how big was the ball?
Now let me show you.
I didn't want to ask no questions to see what to see. Like I really don't. But I was really questioning that fucking
Let me show you. Give you an idea.
I feel like King's brain right now, you know, the monkey, it just like
that fucking even hit it slow.
I just trying to understand. Why we have the young lady here get to explain everything in detail, so the slow people like me.
I don't mind.
King don't feel no way, but I didn't understand. I didn't really grasp the concept.
But seeing the picture, it makes sense because like a little tiny mini pillow.
Yeah, it's a tiny small
thinking like pillow just like.
Like my grandmother would love that. Like thinking about this Christmas special.
A lot of people love it. But just crocheting, or you would teach like sewing and stuff like that too?
Sewing, no.
Okay.
How come not? Because I you had some like sewn or woven belts and stuff, some stuff that wasn't like not crocheted. So it's like, why not?
The belts, I don't know. The sewing, no. I mean, that's the
time consuming or more time consuming.
Not time consuming. It's just that I want to focus on areas that I want to build.
Okay, that makes sense.
I have a question. You just do like a lot of hand stitching, or is mainly like machine?
Yeah, it's on the machine. I have a sewing machine at home. Yeah,
makes sense.
You know how to do stuff in hand stitching as well?
I can.
Is that just?
But it is time consuming.
Yeah.
That's something I wouldn't mind learning. So, I mean, because I always bring up a YouTube page, but I mean,
hand stitching.
Yeah.
Like how different is that from crocheting? Because I know like crocheting is the things that you always see the old
The two is knitting and one is crochet.
Oh,
one
so
hook,
okay, so now I'm confused. What's the difference between crocheting and knitting?
No, crochet and knitting is not the same. Crochet you use two hooks. Knitting you use two hooks. I did it once, but I can't remember. And you basically one has a loop and you have to put the other hook in the loop. Look, I don't know how to explain that, but crochet, you use one hook and just one yarn, and you just keep going and you build a piece out of it. Yeah, it's difficult to explain unless you see a video tutorial or something.
Okay.
I feel like I'm in the twilight zone right now.
Why?
It's like
learning about stuff that you don't normally hear about or do.
Yeah. It's the same thing when I don't want to go into that tangent right now. But yeah, I feel like I'm in the twilight zone right now.
So so my question is now, you say you're a newly mother, new mother?
Yeah.
Is that the right way to say it? I have no idea. But how you just find the time to balance that?
It's tiring. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I feel like I'm a walking zombie in my own body. And yesterday I had to really stop and take a nap while she's taking a nap, or else I would have crashed. It's really tiring.
Self-efficient.
Yeah, because and the thing is, I'm always people are always telling me, you have to nap while she's napping, but like when she's napping I feel like, okay, I can at least get her 2 hours something in. Then when she's up, I have to be up to make sure that she's sleeping, and so it's a whole different cycle. It is tiring, but I'm still pushing through to get it.
Respect, but extra respect. I don't know how our parents do it right now, because I feel like I still a big child. I don't know how it is to take care of another human being, but I would.
And I really underestimated it, because even on the job that I was at, my supervisor said, you need to take the rest. I said, no, I got this. The next day I was I was in tears. No, everything. I couldn't do it.
That one cut you off guard, man.
I did it. I couldn't even put in 1 hour of work. It was a lot. Damn. And then you have to still lift her up and breastfeed her. Well, feed her still, even when you're in pain. And then you get these belongs in your boobs, and I'm like, huh? So it's like breast. Your breast starts to get swollen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's filling up. It's TMI, but it is a lot. It's
educational for all the people who don't know. But, motherhood.
When I hear stories like this, I just always be like, yo, thank God for a penis, because oh, day.
She just in the corner nodding.
Yo, respect to all you, boy, because I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
But I assume it's kind of safe to assume then that the business kind of was put to the side a little bit,
Since she reached?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I put to the side. I still pushing to get it because I have a goal in my mind. Even if I'm not going to reach it, the mere fact that I have a goal means that I'm motivated to get there somehow. That by the time I finish my thesis, I want to have my own business and be able to sustain myself and have like just a living from it. I know it's not going to be so. I'm not going to make a lot. But even if it's something for me to live from rent to rent until I can still build myself, I prefer to invest in my business than to invest in somebody else's.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yep.
I mean, ain't no corporation you could work for that actually going to value your time or care about you.
If you drop dead one day, they're going to find somebody else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
And that's how I work on this job. Like, they give us a certain, and I think that's with every job. They give you a job description, then they come with little small things that you can do. Can you do this? Can you do this? Not be from the get-go, no. I'm not doing it. No matter how small it is, because those small things are going to add up, and I'm going to see myself so overwhelmed that I can't do the task that I'm originally supposed to do. So from the get-go, I shut it. And that's one of the things that I was telling you earlier. When I say I want my peace, that's part of it. Learning how to say no. And this is like my favorite freaking word, no. If I don't want to do it, if I can't do it, if I think about it, if I don't like it, no. Maybe not so no, but I explain and say no, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I just don't tolerate no more.
It's definitely important to set those boundaries when you start working somewhere else. People can just come and take advantage of your niceness.
Yep. But that's in life, not even only in work. In life, either could I go with friends, family, a whole bunch of things. Because a lot of people, because how you say that, a lot of people have that problem. It might not seem so.
I have that problem too.
Yeah.
Saying nobody does.
I still have that problem.
Because we feel like it's a burden to say no.
You have that problem too. Because it seems like the room has a consensus.
It works in certain ways. Like for me, it is. Like it is, but it isn't in a way. Because many people know me to be the person to be like, the reason people don't ask me to go nowhere is because they know that no is the answer they're going to get. In that area, people know that I just not the person that is go out mostly, so people just stop asking me after a while. Because they get tired of hearing the no. Or like, maybe, maybe we'll see, man. Yeah, man, no worries.
But that really don't be my problem. Like, somebody would, like, ask me to do something.
Yeah.
And, like, the thing is, even if it's a bit of an inconvenience for me, if you're in a predicament, I'm going to do it knowing that I can't really take it on. Like,
but
that's how people end up living with me. Like,
I understand where you're coming from.
But it could be. See, the thing is, because you was talking about before we had started about like self-care and self-love and all that. How, I guess my question, how you lead to that? Because how I seen is a lot of people have that issue, the saying no self, and then I've been hearing people say like, that's one of the ways to help to grow yourself with the whole self-love direction and all that. How you start, I guess, your journey?
I think I always had it when I was young, but it wasn't as strong as this. Like, for example, people used to make fun of my chin when I was young, but I always had a comeback.
Wait, your chin?
Yeah, my chin, they used to call me Crimson. Yes, they used to call me the Crimson Chin. And I always had, the thing is, I always had a comeback because because nobody could make me feel less than how I am. So I'll be like, yeah, to slap the hell out of you, boom. That's how I used to do it. Like they used to, my hair was short. I had to cut my hair, and they would call me like the football feel. And I was like, no, you can't handle that football feel. I always had a comeback, best believe. And that's why I feel like I always have the
explain me that one though. Like I don't get the football feel.
No, because it's so short that you can actually play on my hair. Like in a football field, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So like the thing is, and if I don't have a comeback, it's okay because I love myself, you know, and I don't need your opinion to validate who I am. But what really brought me to this journey, I think, was when I was pregnant, and I don't know if it was because my hormones was rising, but I couldn't tolerate a lot of things. I was just always irritated, and I was like, no, and I really stopped. And then when she came in, I like, okay, if I'm not going to do it for myself, I at least have to do it for her, because she's going to watch me and grow, and I need to be that example to show her what not to tolerate and what to tolerate. So that's why I changed my mindset like one time. Yeah.
But then I can understand that, because that is a big drastic shift. It's like not only for yourself now, you have to be like I said before, you have to be for somebody else now. So, but okay.
I feel like for a lot of people though, it's just something, and at a certain point you get taken advantage of. And you realize you're not doing that shit again. Like you felt how terrible it was because somebody used you or took advantage of you, whatever it was, because you didn't set boundaries, or you end up doing shit that you don't want to do, and then at some point you realize like enough is enough. Yeah,
but that's the thing. But so just to play devil's advocate, can you blame the other people if you always saying if you have an issue and you're going by somebody that always telling you yes, or you have a problem and you're going by somebody that if you ask them for help they always saying yes, would you stop going by that person?
No, but that person also is selfish too.
It's like,
you know,
to me,
it's inconsiderate.
I see the faults on both sides.
Yeah.
Because you're wrong for letting people take advantage of you, because people can't take advantage of you if you don't give them authority if you don't allow them to, if you don't keep answering the phone when you know this person don't answer when you call or some shit like that, whatever it might be.
But some of us are soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at some point you get tired of being soft and realize like, yo, you don't care about me. If you don't care about, like, if I don't make you care about me, you never gonna care about me. If I don't let you know that you hurting me or what you doing affect me negatively in some kind of way, you ain't never going to come to this conclusion on your own. People don't care about you with if.
But that's why I asked the question. Can you really blame the people that doing it the whole time? If you always getting what you want,
yes.
What?
Yes, you can.
Yes,
okay.
Because to me is with friendships, with relationships, with any type of relationship, whether it's romantic or not, to me at some point you realize like there's a kind of unspoken line of reciprocity, basically. Like
give and take.
Yeah. With all your friends, you know that.
But also I think if you take an advantage, you know you take an advantage. Like most of the time, like.
And that's what I mean. At some point, you realize the scale tipping.
Yeah.
If somebody doing shit for me, at some point I realize like, yo, you got this for me, you got this for me. It's like, okay, if let's say something small, you buy a drink for me at the bar, we going out together or something as a friend. If every time we out you buy me a drink, at some point I know, okay, cool, yo, I gotta get you something. I buy you back a drink. I buy like whatever. If I don't buy you the drink that night, at some point I know I gotta correct the scales, put it back in balance because you doing shit for me. Now I start to feel like I'm using you, I'm taking advantage of you because I know I ain't did nothing for you for quite some time and you constantly doing shit for me.
But you see,
and that's why I fault both sides, because you can't. To me, people know when they're using somebody. You know, like I've been in a situation where people was doing things for me, and I had to be like, no, I don't want this gift because I know where this gift is coming from, and other things that may be attached to the expectations. And I know if I'm accepting this, I'm not reciprocating what it is you expect me to reciprocate. I'm not gonna be doing that, so I cut it off there and then because I'm not trying to use that person. Yes, it could happen that this your first time somebody being this nice to you and doing different things for you, so you might be kind of naive to it and not realize why this person doing different things, or you just think they're being nice or whatever it is, so you don't realize that you complicit in it in a certain way. I could understand that. I don't say you're wrong or that you're using somebody in that situation, but after that first one time, to me, you recognize the situation if you ever presented with it again. And at that point, to me, I hold you accountable for using somebody.
I think I don't know, because some people I always like to look at how they grow, even though I don't know. Like sometimes they start off from young. Maybe they didn't have something in their life that was missing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just be curious,
and then that's why people that's why I don't judge people for making the decisions that they make, because something when they were young is affecting the reason why they decide to always keep getting taken advantage of, or always keep using somebody. You know, you have to find that strength, number one, or you need to come around somebody who's going to lift you and then realize it, or see it somewhere and then that just make you click.
It happens for different people in different ways. Like sometimes you need somebody to help, like bring it to your awareness that you being taken advantage of. And some people are raised to just be nice and giving and caring, and like there's a lot of
Mother Teresa's.
Yeah, but like I've seen people describe it kind of as like the way that older like women in particular, the way that older women was raised, in a sense, to be giving and caring and
nurturing and all that.
Yeah, but like without any kind of, there's no end to it, more or less. Like,
I think we have it naturally. I think we have it naturally.
I don't know what it is, but I like that, and I wish, like, I could be like no, but then I just be like no, but then I just think about, like, you know, maybe something going on with you, and I just like make excuses for people. And
I ain't gonna lie, that is due to my problem is I be like, boy, if I was in that situation, then I would have wanted somebody to help me, and then that's where I get caught up in the trap.
Yeah.
Because when you end up in that situation, you're looking for help, you be like, hey.
It depends, because is it a necessity, or if it's something that they want? You know, if it's something that somebody always needs, if somebody really in a need, I go always help them. If it's something that you want, or something that you can do yourself, no, find somebody else. If I don't have the time, if I can't help you with it.
I end up in situations that I realize I will never end up again in a situation where, like, somebody who was a single mother, father, I always got some issue with the father of the children and things like that, and because at this point this friend of mine had asked me to borrow money and stuff like that, like, to me that was, I see it as a mistake on my part, because I actually needed the money. Like, it was, but in my mind, I'm like, I know you a single mother, you got kids and shit like that. I might just have to not smoke a little bit or something like that, or maybe whatever it is if I don't have it. But like with her, I see the consequences being more severe. So you go ahead, you do it, you lend the money, because you tell me you're gonna pay me back on this certain day, and then it don't happen, and then I'm upset now because I running behind you for my money that you told me you're gonna pay me back.
You know, one thing I learned from, and it was actually from Wendy Williams.
Oh God.
She said, I mean, she's a little bit, but anyways, she said,
she's a lot.
Wait, pause.
No, she said that, you know, Wendy Williams,
that's good.
host.
You lucky.
Yeah, lead that.
It's fine. We don't have.
We're gonna deal with you later.
She said only give, but you can. You know, even if the person need a lot of money, even if she have to beg from 20 people for the same amount, at the end of the day, you know, you're losing 50 euros out of the 500 that she need is nothing big, and you can deal without having it, you know. So that's one thing I try to.
Yeah, that way you see in that situation, I realized that I went wrong. I borrowed some shit that I needed. I shouldn't have borrowed it if I knew that I actually needed it.
I completely agree with King, because for certain, I guess how I seen it in general, you can't control nobody else's actions or thoughts. The only thing you can do is how you move and how you react to things. So if you constantly going back in that situation or getting taken advantage of, I mean, it might be fucked up to say to a certain extent, but I mean, it's kind of your fault.
Yeah, And the thing is about it is, like, you have to acknowledge it is your fault and then learn and do better from it. Yeah.
That's the thing. A lot of people that end up in the same loop because they don't. And only usually it takes something drastic or extreme to happen for people to be like, yo, okay, fuck this. I ain't in this no more. Or at least with the people the experiences I had in situations I've seen. It's always something drastic. Then people will switch. But until then, it's always excuse after excuse after excuse.
But other than the whole mindset of like protecting your peace and like that becoming more important, is there any other changes that you would say happened since becoming a mother, like ways that you've changed personally?
Yeah, a lot of ways actually. It's different because now I feel like she's allowed me to slow down a bit. Before I would always keep going. Even if I'm tired, I would go. But like now I have to slow down because she needs love and she needs attention. She needs to get feed and change. So it's kind of making me appreciate life and slowing down a little bit more than what I used to before. I would say that's the change.
So we had a father on before, and I asked this question. So now you being a mother, let me ask this as well. What you feel raising your child up would be a better idea up here or like back in Anguilla or St. Martin?
I think here. The reason why is because I have more opportunities. For me, if it's wherever the opportunities are, I will go. If it had more opportunities in Anguilla, I go into Anguilla back. But I have a lot of opportunities here, and yeah, I'm going to stay here and raise her. Okay. Or if I find another place that has similar opportunities, then I will go. I don't mind.
And you mean opportunities whereas in like you moving on with your career or like possible jobs?
Yeah, possible jobs. I can move on with my... But the thing is that being a freelancer in the graphic design, I can work from anywhere. I can go Italy on a vacation and I can still work with her. Yeah, the job opportunities here, the schooling opportunities, the health opportunities is really...
Okay, so you have no plans on going back anytime
for vacation, yeah, but to live, and the only time I might go back to live is if I already have a building here established, a company here established, and I can go back down in, because I don't want to head back St. Martin and Angola. I want to build it back. It's like I have to build myself first in order for me to do that.
Okay, but that's good, because normally, you know, a lot of students or a lot of young people will ask this question and be like, "But you know, fuck down there."
Yeah.
But at least you're saying, "All right, cool. I'm gonna build first, and then once I establish
it might take a while, but eventually,
it's just like the conversation we were having just now. You can't give to other people if you don't have yourself. Give what you can, and that also gives. I mean, goes with going back home.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know your family situation, but that don't play into anything in your decision. I don't know how close you are or not close with your family. I assume like they back in St. Martin on whatever.
To be honest,
We're trying to put your business out there.
No, I don't mind saying it. I don't mind saying it now because I reached a point where I'm okay with it. But when I was 15, 16, I was placed into guardian care. So I had to move. So it's like from 15, I was always on my own, I should say. I got a job from 15 so I can pay for my school uniforms, my books. I had to do all of that.
And so this was in Angola?
This was in Angola. So by the time I reached 18, I was already living in my own apartment. I had my job. And living with different people, that is what allowed me not to take bullshit, because it's like I had to deal with it a lot with them. So now since I've been hustling from since then, that's why my drive is so hard, because it's like I don't want to be in that situation. I don't want to put my child through that situation, and I want to be able to have a future for both of us. Actually,
I was forced to grow up kind of young.
Yeah, basically. I had to force to grow up young, but at the same time, it's like I don't regret it, because
that was my next question.
That's the reason why I have this drive so hard to get what I want, because I feel like if you don't have it, you just a little lay back and chill. And
so you don't feel you missed out too much of like...
I don't feel I missed out. I feel like it was a learning opportunity, because now I see all my mistakes and all the things that I've been through, and I can teach it and instill it in my own child. That's how I feel about it. Yeah.
Dope. But the whole child raising thing again, respect for from the hustle we've been talking about here to Silk Snake continue.
Yeah.
Nah, bye.
Like there's something that I had in mind to ask, but I don't really know how to.
No, tell me, ask me.
I wonder if the same question I was having too.
Like just raising a child as a single mother, like I don't know if it's something that you actually want to talk about. Like,
I don't mind talking about it.
I don't know.
How you phrase this?
I don't mind.
Do you feel or worry about basically just having a father or a male figure in the child's life?
It was one of my biggest issues, because for me, I like to control everything in my life. I like to control how I feel. So that means if there's someone who is negative for me, I'm gonna cut you off. You know what I mean? And this time I couldn't control having a father in her life, even though we are co-parenting, but I reached to the point where this is all we're gonna be, because in order for me to raise a healthy child, I have to have a healthy mindset. And it's better to have a single mother who is strong than to have two parents who's always bickering, and she's growing up seeing that and not knowing how to grow up in that situation. So it's like I'm going to be teaching her what to tolerate. So living as a single mom, what the question was again?
Did you ever really form it?
The question was just basically like, you know, how do you see
the father figure?
But you can't answer that when you answer since you're doing
I'm going to be the mother and the father figure. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to teach her what to expect in a man. You know, maybe I can't do it all the time. That's why I might need like male role models who can help me to see from their point of view. I have to look for it now if she don't have it, so that she can grow up knowing what to expect in a man and everything. Yeah.
But the father not be that since you said like you co-parenting, because that's why I just kind of rephrased the question. I kind of took that as the answer. Like I assume if he's still in the child's life, I assume he's going to be like the male.
And the thing is, and I don't want to say too much because it's like I don't want to bash or I don't want to.
We trying to put your business over there.
No, it's not to put my business. Is the reality of it. You know, at the end of the day, you have to look for not every male has the skill sets. They have some part of it, but not every skill set they have to teach a child. So it's like now I have to find somebody who, how should I say, who has that skill set that can, you know. So it's like when they say it takes a village to raise a child, it is true now. Like you need to find different. I feel, because I can't do it sometimes, and maybe there will be another male figure in her life. But at the same time, I'm still going to be protecting Mother Bear because I need to make sure that what you teaching her is something that I agree with. That's going to make
then where do you draw the line between let's say somebody you dating, like where do you see that, okay, cool, maybe I see in somebody and then maybe now it's time to introduce them to my child. Like where do you draw the line with that? Because I assume you wouldn't want a whole bunch of male figures in and out of her life either.
For me, I draw the line on the third date or the third month, and then I would how should I say it? I need to know where your mindset is first. I need to be comfortable with your mindset first before I can introduce you to my child. And I need to lay the ground first. I need to let you know what I expect, and I don't care if it's going to scare you away, because real men with the mindset that I would have won't get intimidated. They would step up and say, okay, I'm ready, or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, and it's a bit difficult because it's like.
And what do you think about certain, because there is like a train of thought that certain single mothers have, where it's like the whole dating and remarrying, these are things that you basically shouldn't really do because like this ain't the father of the child. You don't really. Some women just believe in not bringing no men around the child and that kind of stuff. Like, how do you feel about that kind of thing?
Like not bringing any men?
Like you're just not really dating while the child there because.
How do I feel? In a way, sometimes I worry because it's like, okay, if I'm going to find, and is an honest truth, if I'm going to find somebody who's going to love my child first and then me, because she comes first before me, and if you can't love her right, then you can't love me right either. And
that's an interesting concept. I never really heard that before.
Yeah, so it's like if it means that I have to go a while without having a man in my life all around her, it's okay, because she needs to get that role, that example first, you know.
That make a lot of sense.
The only thing that I would say to that is, I guess that would be kind of difficult if, like you say, there needs to be a period of time with you and the dude spending time, so you get to know and understand his mindset before he meets or gets introduced to your daughter. So it's like,
and for me, it's like, if I'm not feeling it, I just let you know. It's like, and I think every girl have that intuition. That's how I feel. Maybe it's not true. Have that intuition when you think, okay, something you don't really like it, but you can do with it. Nah, if you can't do, if you don't like it, cut it out one time.
My mother, I hear my mother saying the same thing. But I
feel like a lot of people have that to some degree, though. That is not just like a woman thing. I feel like maybe women might be more in touch with it or whatever, but I feel like we all have the same thing. Like, I feel like as a guy, at least, I don't know, maybe that makes me feminine or something, because I get the same vibe from people as like, I can't necessarily put my finger on it, but I don't like you. You don't resonate with me, like something about your energy, your vibe, something.
In that way, because we all got that one person we meet who like, yo, something about you itch my soul. But it's like,
No, I mean,
but how somebody it's your soul if you don't know about?
I just like King was saying, I can't explain it either. I've experienced it a few times, not many, but just something about a person, like how everything, how they move, how they just talk, how they just walk, how they just scratch their nose, it just piss you off.
But I think she was talking about more like a romantic aspect.
Yeah, and your mentality. Cause I can't judge you based on what you do.
The same thing, kind. It's all like the intuition, you got trusting your gut, like people say.
I know what you're talking about. Like, you know, like you could be vibing with a person, like y'all could get along well, but something about it just feel off. You just like it's a bad idea.
To me, like what she was describing is basically ignoring red flags. Like there's something they said, red something that triggers you to be like, I'm looking at you side eye or whatever, but
like
you
ignore it. In a horror movie and then everybody's screaming, but the person's laughing. You're like, why are you laughing?
Okay, cool. But then my question is though, what? How do you draw the line again between everybody makes mistakes and everybody have their flaws between fuck this is a red flag, let me dip. How do you make that distinction? Because I show just like everybody else, you have your ins and outs, you have your things, your quirks and stuff like that as well. So
I think if it's something that I feel I have to mother you about, then is a no for me.
So if you gotta be telling him to pick up his socks all the time,
if it's something that
problem. Why are you laughing?
99% good, but
that one difficult to be honest. That was difficult to say, but I don't know. You catch me good.
I just curious.
It depends, like, on your mindset. For example, making certain decisions that's going to. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, a damn sock. Maybe I can tolerate it once or twice.
If about 99% good and the 1% is the sock thing, I mean.
let me ask more general then. Like, if you have to always ask him to help around the house. Like with the cooking and the cleaning and washing dishes, doing laundry.
Those is why I would think when you say you don't want to be mothering him.
Yeah. I don't want to be able to I want to feel I have that help too as well.
Not a son.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. That would drive anybody crazy if you have to deal with an extra person.
And the difficult thing about this is that when you first meet somebody, you don't see these things. You know, you get to date, and then when they come, even the first sign you don't like it, no matter, even if you're together for 3 months, you don't like it, no, you're not tolerating it because it's going to keep happening. You're going to keep getting frustrated.
I feel like this should be a PSA for the ladies that are following. No, that's link up word of the week. No.
That's my favorite word. Is that no?
Same thing goes out for all the fellas out there, no. I know you've been dating with a lot of European girls around here. A lot of them don't clean up their room, no.
Whoa. So like that. So like something that touch you. So you had a person and then somebody room traumatized you.
Like here in the where we live at the campus.
Okay, no,
But for me, right?
There's a lot of fellow students that, like, when I say my room is dirty, it's probably because there's some clothes on my bed. That's dirty in my room, right? When they say dirty, it's dirt, like Biggs. You can imagine dirty, but it's not. Like, the thing is, they don't even recognize that their room is that dirty, you know. They're like, but I cleaned it yesterday, this is good. Mm-hmm. And then, like, anyways, I'm a neat freak, no, so this
like,
stuff, that.
No, but I know what you say, like, oh my god, then it had one time he probably don't watch the podcast. Let me see here. I was checking a fellow. Yo, I went to his apartment. Next day, I was like, yo, this ain't really working out because I'm really feeling this. No, like, yo, listen, I don't care if your room is like cluttered. That's fine. Like, if you have clothes somewhere, like, you could be messy, but unhygienic.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That your bathroom, if I walk in your bathroom, right, and you got nothing to clean your bathroom I'm concerned. I'm genuinely
maybe you keep it under the sink.
No.
check on
Cause the sink ain't like our sink, boo boo. It's not like that. It's just a sink.
I should in the podcast.
If you like clean your toilet once a year at least.
Once a year.
Wow.
You
clean your toilet every 2 days.
No, I don't clean my toilet on a regular. My toilet bowl still white.
I ain't gonna lie. If I had to walk in a young lady up like apartment and her toilet and her bathroom a little thing, I might be a little concerned. Might be a little bit. Because I might have a couple questions like, was things rough? Like you have you been busy? You work stressing you out, you're working on a project, your thesis things.
But to be honest with you, that's the thing now. If I feel like my apartment is a mess, nobody ain't coming in it.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
Nope.
To be quite honest, I have that with like acquaintances or new people. If it's like if Woods say that he coming by me, I ain't give a shit on my room. Look, to be quite honest. So for me personally, it all depends on who it is. But my mother and them kind of raised me like, don't have people over if your house is a mess.
The same with me. I don't care who it is. You can't come in my room.
I barely have people coming over for me.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I could only name like a handful of people who actually seen the inside of my room. Woods never even been in there.
I can't say that.
Well, I had to like take out the garbage and do some things today, since we are here,
Hey, nobody can say at least you got clean this shit in your room, because we get cussed off about the broomsticks and stuff like that being seen on camera, Again, have y'all seen the curtain? Y'all see the curtain?
Are you amused?
Alright. I think we should get into one. I think we'll just get into one topic. One last. Yeah. Actually, no. Before I say that, do you have anything else you want the people to know? Or like where to find you, follow your IG, maybe there yet? Or anything else you want to
I think the only thing I would want to promote, you can follow my personal Instagram page is niche_York. That's NISH_York. And on that page, I have links to everything that I do, to the graphic design and to the pillows. You find everything under that page. Yeah.
Anything else you want to promote? Or you say you had your Christmas special
the Christmas
coming out,
ball
right?
is coming out. I want to launch it by the mid of October. So after that, people can start ordering and stuff like that.
If you want to come back on a link up and show some of your products, it's always appreciated. You're always welcome.
We all need Christmas gifts,
Hey,
everybody needs some Christmas balls.
I will get some.
A nice customized Christmas ornament with a pillow with your name on it. I mean, make somebody feel special this holiday season.
I can buy one especially for you.
Okay.
Need some gifts for the you feeling a love today, Marguerite?
Seem like it. You feeling affectionate today on podcast.
The man helped me with something real big out there.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we can just get into one topic then.
So what you got, man?
Which one we gonna talk about?
Yes, I think it's pretty thing because the meme's been blowing up for the past like couple days. I'm not surprised. I just here for the memes. Tekashi 6ix9ine snitching. I don't other than the memes. I don't really give a shit. I just really surprised at all the people he been naming.
The man was really in again.
I wasn't. When Cardi B come up, I was like, what?
I mean,
the man was really.
I thought
why she like? What was the point? Like, what you good?
Alright, so
man
for context,
was like snitching on everybody. You don't care.
For those who don't know, Tekashi 6ix9ine testified, or at least he testified quite some time ago, but now the transcripts and the audio and stuff from this testification was the word.
Testification.
Testimony.
There you go. Testimony. Yo, that shit sounds like a Wait. I ain't gonna just show King under the bus like that by himself. Because when he said testification, when he said that, I almost was like, yeah. I almost give him that, like, yeah, dog. We need a link up shirt. We need a link up shirt. Testification. 19 testification.
I like that.
Make it a word.
Yeah, I like that. I like it.
We need that on our shirt. We need that on our shirt.
This is the person that can
Rashid, this is definitely a clip.
Anyway, so he testified. And his testimony has been released to the public, so now people are busy dissecting everything 6ix9ine had to say about, like what just mentioned, Cardi B and Trippie Redd, and I think Jim Jones, and all kind of people.
Because I always thought he was a puppet, a funny puppet.
Well, that's basically what came out from this testimony. Yeah. That's a big part of what came out.
Yeah, he was just being used.
Yeah, he was being used, but he
get 100,000.
I wanted to say it soft to the body. You gotta learn something really. No, I wasn't looking on camera, looking
okay.
Are you amused?
What you was doing before you come to us?
Oh God, why you?
I was look at my
I
IG.
tried to say it soft.
I ate 2 burgers before I came here.
That's okay. He deserves it sometimes. Maybe not today, but this is probably for the next time that he deserves it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, are we surprised?
But I mean, the man was legit in the gang. Like the name came up, like the gang members came up, the name and came up with the name and everything. They asked him if he can rap. Like
I have a question.
He didn't have to initiate. Like usually they have to beat you up or something, and then you're in the gang. But because
he get jumped,
he made a single, and they just okay. Welcome to the gang, my blonde, rainbow haired.
It was a mutual thing though.
Yeah.
Not like they both benefited in the, like it was stupid in how they went about it, but the thing was Tekashi gets protection and good credibility and all of this thing, a career basically, because without the blood affiliation he couldn't be talking none of that tough shit that he was doing to have a year-long career. But
I had see the video or the thing video of him being kidnapped.
I saw a clip of it where they was talking about it, but it didn't really look like nothing.
Yeah, it didn't really.
At least from the one that I saw, you couldn't see nothing.
The one in the back of the Jeep.
Didn't the guy say that that's true, that did happen? The one that's going to jail? Huh?
You couldn't see anything, but you could just hear it. You could hear Tekashi supposedly begging or saying that he don't give him this, they don't give him that, trying to like.
I think it's true. I mean, why make that point up? Like, and the guy even admitted doing it.
Again, really and truly, I don't give a shit. Have y'all seen the meme with Popcorn?
I've seen every single type of meme.
Yo, the what it was? Tekashi 6ix9ine has testified that Popcorn is not the only man she wants.
Yo, you know which one make me laugh? The one with Shaggy. The one that Shaggy said. And Tekashi said yes, it was.
Do you follow hip hop?
No.
Do you have any opinion on Tekashi 6ix9ine?
I have nothing.
Yeah,
I have a question. If y'all was in Tekashi's position, are you a snitching?
No.
Nah.
You know why?
47 years.
You know why? Because even if you like, let's say, I understand.
Yeah, but
Tekashi's 19. Tekashi's 19 or 20, however old he is.
Tekashi younger than me.
If are you saying? If you're asking him, if
Tekashi was never a gangster.
Situation,
let's make this clear. Tekashi was never a gangster. He was a rapper who approached a bunch of gangsters who gave him gangster credibility, but Tekashi was never about that street life. But I don't find it surprising that he snitched.
Yeah,
he was never a G.
But like,
I know, I feel he
knowing the gang members,
the persona,
I find he was sold that
knowing the gang members, they're snitching on, like the probability of this man
I'd be more for my family than
really high. And not just him, his family, his mom, his dad, like the whole, like everybody right now should be afraid for their life, basically.
I guess
because if they can't get him, they will get the people close to him.
Like homegirl who got his whole face on her shoulder.
And yeah, if it was my case, I would be like, I put myself into this. Like, I have to, like, suck it up. Don't drop the soap.
Take that L, but
yeah, man.
Because I think he making the situation worse. I mean, it was already bad for him that his people. Because everybody's saying, how you would feel if your manager, your this and your boys try to sleep with your baby mama and rob from you and this and that. Wouldn't you snitch on them too? And I kind of understand that I guess train of thought, but the fact that I feel he portrayed that too much, dog. He portrayed that G image too much, too hard for you to go that route. I feel personally.
You know what the moral of this story is?
The man
Listen to your elders.
Moral of the story is don't be a gang.
The man was a civilian for 18 years of his life. He turned a gangster in one, and we believe the 1 year that he's a gangster versus the 18
nobody
years.
say we believe he's a gangster. Like, you want to go in that, if you want to live that life, so you want to portray that life, so you want to take what comes with it.
I understand what you're saying, but the thing is, I feel like Tekashi checking like, yo, I like 19 and he looking at 47 years, like that shit must be scary.
It's not Tekashi fault the internet bought the advertising that he sold.
Is it that? Come on, King.
Yes,
so
I understand he was going
really
extra hard with the selling the gangster lifestyle. My point is, Tekashi was never what he was selling. He made it clear, even in some of the testimonies, the gangsters, the man gave him his career. He had no career without these really people. If he was not gang affiliated,
what did he say?
People with rainbow hair, like you saw.
No, I mean like how he was. I never thought he was hard. So.
I knew. I had a feeling too. It was all the thing.
Tough. He certainly went super hard with talking tough,
and it was like just in the
honestly, I wasn't
as well.
Even following like the social media like that. Like when some video popped off, I would just look at it and laugh. But I like this music. But that's me.
Yeah, he got one tune with me. He got
a couple of tunes. He got a couple of good tunes.
I would only listen to one tune with him and Tory Lanez, but other than that, that's about it. But
like maybe 4 or 5, I would say.
His antics, it catch up to him, and he was warned several times.
Like we talked about this while Tekashi was out of jail.
Yeah, we
knew where he was going long time ago.
I was just gonna say, I'm pretty sure I said the same sentiment on the part. All of us, as a matter of fact,
we probably talked about it the first time.
Everybody cannot be 50 Cent. Can we all agree to that? But 50 Cent was a real G before that.
Yeah, but I find even 50 is an anomaly. He's an outlier because even the G's can't do, even the real gangster and shit like that can't do what 50 had do.
I mean,
or go about or have the impact I feel like 50 had. Minus the whole rap career stuff like that. I'm not one to talk about that.
Tekashi went wrong where you associating with people that really live in the street life and you still rapping about it. That's where Tekashi went wrong.
Like, honestly, I'm surprised what happened to Tekashi ain't happened to Soulja Boy.
T.I., Jeezy, there's been many a rapper, Jay-Z, there's been many a rapper who has sold drugs, who has lived in that street life. But you leave that alone when you start stepping in front of a camera on a daily basis pretty much, announcing your life to the world, telling your stories through music. You cannot tell the stories that you're still doing if you're still doing illegal shit. That's all it basically.
I stabbed someone last night.
Bobby caught a body about a week ago and ended up in jail. We still ain't heard from Bobby Schmurda since then because he caught a body about a week ago and his people actually did catch a body about a week ago. You can't do that shit.
But that's the culture. That seemed to be the culture now.
YNM Melly or some shit. He was another one that was same thing. He got a song but murder on his mind. He actually murdered his friend or some shit.
That's a big truth.
You can't do that.
I ain't gonna let that big truth.
That's how you end up in jail. The game fucked up. Some people
friendly family podcast. That's a big truth though. I ain't gonna let the part where he was talking about your friend that I touched me about.
Somebody gonna comment like they got some predictions about Kana in the future. Because
nah, man, I know there's no reason.
At this point, we got enough examples of what you're saying, King.
Yeah,
but that's why I'm more on the whole thing that he went looking for it. He deserved what he get. I'm sorry, he deserves what he get. But that's just me personally.
In the sense that
just me.
He literally, from the testimony, we literally know for a fact now he went and seek the bloods out. They saw it as you getting us money to buy us guns and fund our activities and all of this shit.
I mean, technically,
he was the mascot.
That's literally what it was.
Yeah, it was technically buying guns in the States is not illegal, so.
Yeah, but for that, whatever else they needed money for. If you got Tekashi getting 100,000 a show or whatever ridiculous amounts of money he getting per shows and different things that he doing, he made a lot of money in that 1 year that he had a career for.
True. But now they're all going to jail. Every single one. Whew. I telling you,
that's crazy. It's crazy how many
his family need to go under federal protection.
Witness
protection. Yeah, I'd say.
But even witness protection, I don't know how much protection you really get in that.
Move to Finland.
Yeah.
Go live in China.
But he best go Asia for real. They might catch him over there.
But if they're black, yeah, then no, they ain't black. They go.
I mean, they got black people in Asia too.
But not a lot.
But they got a lot of Africans over there.
A lot to hide yourself,
like
for the rest of your life.
But
if they're looking for you,
yeah, maybe possible.
Because then you have to go somewhere everybody black like Africa.
All you gotta do is take off his whatchamacallit, it's his tattoos. He got tattoo removal. It's a thing.
Or maybe laser his whole body look like an albino.
Wear makeup. And if you don't feel like lasering them off, wear makeup and stuff like that. He's done it before. When he was trying to get into some club or whatever.
It's a torturous life to live every day though.
Yeah.
I wear makeup every day. Well, some women wear makeup every day.
No, I advocate for women to wear less. Let's talk about that. Let's wait.
No, we're not.
We're talking about Tekashi.
Oh, you got it quick.
Sound like we have the influence topic there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, sound like you get a norm there, man.
Women wear less makeup. I mean, I'm down for that.
Care to elaborate? Seems like you have some thoughts
actually,
on this.
It didn't hit my nerve, to be honest. Today, because I know I was coming here, I wear makeup, but I usually don't wear makeup.
Well, I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
No, but it's not like.
No, I don't take it on.
Yeah, I mean that. Like, that's like. When you look at someone's face,
like a person still
and it doesn't, like,
you know,
because I work with lights and stuff, and I know how a face is supposed to look when light bounces.
No, you know what happens?
But when you take a picture, you see a matte.
You know what has happened? That's when your foundation have sunscreen in it. It has caused flashback.
But not only that, but if you just apply your makeup, when anything that's wet, it is look lighter than
open the Pandora box by accident.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
You talk about makeup with females. What do you expect?
Hey, that's okay. We need some female listeners.
Because when the makeup, from what I understand, because when you painting is wet, it's lighter than the next shade. So that's the same as when you apply makeup too. So you have to leave it time to settle on your face before you take a picture. Yeah.
But some makeup does oxidize and some doesn't.
But I mean, when someone puts too much makeup, you still see like there's like a layer.
If your cheek and your neck, there's different colors. I mean, something wrong.
I agree with
Maybe she just like contour.
My neck different than my face. Naturally.
Yeah, but it's lighter than my neck.
Because
but if it's like 10 shades.
You know what the thing is? Like,
what happened to your life matter, dog?
If you look at the line, if they look at you have on a mask that you could take off. Like,
you know what the thing is? Like, I had a discussion with my cousin a couple of days ago, and she somewhat agreed with me, but anyway.
I feel like
I told her like, even if you put makeup on your face, you should still look like the person that
you were before.
Hey, you ever see them Asian makeup tutorials?
That'd be crazy.
Look like yourself.
There are people who have like what you call it, dark spots and everything, and I feel like that's something I don't like. They have dark spots and they use makeup to cover their face, and then when they take it off, people are like, whoa, okay, she's not a different person. She just enhanced her face, you know. Even if she looks beautiful, I understand if people going. I don't believe in the contouring because my nose, I love my nose. I don't need to contour it. And the whole cheekbone and everything, I think that's a bit different. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because I mean, you have because it's, in my opinion, it makes it seem like you don't like the way you look naturally.
I think people can still love themselves and still use something to enhance
to
enhance themselves. Yeah.
I tell you could wear that and still love how you look like without makeup. It's just like
the thing is, if you're dependent on it, is a different thing.
Yeah, because if we would flip it. And let's just say you meet a guy and you like the guy the way he looks out, but then you see him in his natural habitat and he does not represent
his natural habitat.
the person.
If he can't wear his natural habitat outside, then what the hell? You know what I mean? Like you need.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like you have to like
do it too, but
because a person told me basically like, oh no, but you saw this person on an off day. It's like, what does that even mean?
Oh no!
No. Yeah, that's like
like you have a rough week. You ain't got a good better sleep. Maybe you were sick. Your skin was acting up. You ain't had a haircut. You know, it could be like
no, but off day was just didn't have no makeup on. Okay, that cannot be an off day.
You know, let me
that should be your normal day, and makeup should be just when you're going out.
Yeah.
I mean,
makeup shouldn't be
strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just something I don't like a lot of makeup, so I just have a tangent.
To me, the key thing with what Wood's saying, or at least how I interpreting it, is
I want to be able to recognize you when you take off your makeup.
to me the main thing is dependency.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Are you actually happy with how you look, or is it that you literally feel like you can't leave the house without makeup? If that's the case, I don't want to be with that person either. That's like, to me, that tells me you don't like yourself. If you feel that you literally cannot leave the house without makeup, if it's that bad that you have to wear it every day, that your face just don't look good, to me that signifies a problem. And I don't want nothing to do with that. So I agree with where Wood's coming from.
Because some people just really have skin conditions, and it can make them
in that case, I can understand it.
So what can you not understand if they wear makeup?
If you wear makeup, but to just
kind of skin
change your entire natural beauty of like who a person is.
Those Asian tutorials where they look like some of them actually look black.
Yeah, I saw one of those.
That's creepy.
Like,
it's creative as hell.
It's creative,
but it's creepy as fuck.
Yeah. I think it even created a whole stir on the on the social media.
Yeah, like some Chinese guy. This is a different type of tangent, but still relevant to the story. Some Chinese guy married a girl, and he always saw her with the cake up and thing like that, and then
that was his own fault. He should have been like, "Boo, before we get married, here's a wife." How you mean to tell me
you can't wipe like your whole nose off and have a different nose.
Did I have like
you understand? Like there's this levels.
I question anybody that's in a relationship with somebody and you never seen a person in a shower or
exactly.
like
I understand
because that thing with
but
the
maybe
nose
she like don't wet my face.
No, but here's the thing with the nose, right? You cannot have on a prosthetic nose and not have on any makeup because the person is going to know. So my whole thing is, you in a relationship with somebody, you get engaged, y'all get married, and you still ain't see that person without makeup. None of this was a red flag to you. Then don't get upset because you want to be an idiot.
She kind of got a point.
I understand that. But you shouldn't. That's like a catfish still, though.
No, you dumb.
Like, how are you marrying somebody who you've never seen their nose?
Exactly.
Yeah, you ain't do your proper research. He
thought he saw the nose.
Big man.
No, he thought he saw the nose.
Big man, if you
get around with plastic take off nose,
big man, if you buying a Jordan and you see a fat man on the jump sign, you will say, if you still going to buy it, that's your own fault.
Big, I saw the fat man. He's still a fat man. He didn't take off his fat and become skinny.
Yeah, but you still ain't do your proper research to see that was proper say.
Big. Yo, if you see a girl with a nose walking in front of you, say, yo, she got a pretty nose, and then she turn around and be like, yeah, but don't think that. That's not something you would think of.
But Kenisha saying that's first. That after a while.
How do you get to that point of marriage?
And not see the buses?
We don't know what type of spy thing this girl was on.
It's possible. It's possible.
She could have been like, no, I don't like you know how many times with my ex be like, no, I don't want to wet my hair today. Like, keep the shower low, don't wet my face.
And she didn't even know you had on.
You understand? That's something that happens.
Okay, I've kind of been.
It's not something that's impossible.
But then that'll happen once in a while, dog. Not every. If you with somebody to put it, you don't know
how dedicated this person.
You put it in a lot of studio, dog.
She was so dedicated to make another nose on her face. You know how much dedication that takes?
I feel like that's
to do that every day.
You want come tell me that you didn't know she had on makeup every day? You can't see the difference between skin with foundation.
Wait. With that's concerned though, let's be real. Some men pretty oblivious with that fuck is concerned. So that I could believe is possible. Let's be real.
I agree with him.
Somebody living in your house.
How the fuck do you not know?
If y'all get married,
with that, I would argue in that one.
Anybody that puts a new nose on their face, dedicated, dog. That's dedication.
I think it's possible. I think it's possible.
I don't understand.
Okay. Let's put it this way. It's possible, but highly improbable.
Day to day, like let we really think about this. I would say if you getting married, y'all living together, right?
Yeah. safe assumption to make in my book.
Unless there's one of those people that get married in like a month. Then he's, either way, he's still an asshole.
Yeah. 9 months?
But
you try me to tell me
let's create the scenario. Let's create the scenario.
Y'all ain't never been in a shower. Y'all ain't never been at the beach. What the fuck y'all do?
Yeah, but a lot of people go to the beach, but they don't go in the... I moved to the Netherlands and I ain't touched that water yet.
You right?
I here for almost a decade. I ain't touching that shit.
I'm assuming the water in China ain't that pretty either.
Yeah, okay. No. The beach, I feel you with our beach thing.
Beach, pool, whatever, like shower... I mean, go to bed.
You must fuck up one day, but fuck up with the show.
I mean to say, first of all, not even that. If you roll on the pillow, you mean to tell me her face?
Yeah.
So people don't have. There's no makeup that keeps that stuck on your face without moving with oil or some stupidness like that.
It have makeup setting spray and primer and all of that. But here's the thing.
Wait, what? Wait, time out. Primer?
Yes.
Primer is gone before.
But that's what.
Primer, it is gone before the foundation.
Just like you painted a wall, exactly.
And then you put on the foundation, and then you have setting spray, or like you could use setting powder, Fix Plus, anything like that.
Put my finger on your face and wipe it out.
No, but here's the thing. That could only last so long, right? It does only last a certain amount of hours.
Yeah, but you're using normal logic, for a person that put a new nose on a face. I don't think you're trying to
but we don't understand. But see,
it's like
I feel like we arguing two different places. You arguing from like the woman's side. We arguing from the man's side. If you stupid enough to be with a chick, like you never think like you gotta take the consequences.
How many women did you try to take off the makeup from her face?
No, every chick I've been with.
Have you done it on purpose to take it off?
No, because I've seen them do it themselves.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
Or seeing them take a shower.
Sorry?
What would be the point of the person putting on a fake nose? Like what?
To change the shape.
Entire shape of her face.
Yeah,
First of all, I don't understand how that's a bad thing though, because that means her nose smaller than it like he thought it was. Because if you put it on a prosthetic nose,
it's like it's the nose and also the cheekbone. Like when they take off the thing.
Oh, so it's like a mask.
Yeah, it's like a semi-mask. It's like a mask.
But it's like silicone.
No,
it's a mixture of both. To be quite honest,
it could be silicone like and they have
parts of it is, and then it's like
Do understand? You get a description from men who don't use these products.
It's probably
so we're probably not giving the best descriptions of it.
Okay,
but this is what it looks like to us.
Okay, I've actually done this before because let me explain. Okay. I enjoy like special effects makeup. I think you've seen a picture. Yeah, like I used to go big for Halloween, and I use liquid silicone, and that's how you just get. But that's not the type of thing that you could put on and.
Have you seen the Asian tick pictures? Have you ever seen those videos?
I've seen the videos, but again, everything that they're doing and taking off. First of all, a lot of them just be like tape on the hair, and then the hair just be down and stuff like that. But if you see somebody like that up close, you think you can't see the tape on the face? You could see it.
Yo, me personally,
you never see her with her hair up. You never. That's why I don't understand.
But you see, again, I say that in that perspective, it might be possible because I am completely oblivious when it comes to like weaves and wigs and shit like that. So people have clearly been, but you can't see that. You can't obviously see that as weave, and it'd be like,
you lying.
No.
You lying because Sean told me before. It's time to take out those braids. They're looking.
No, but I mean,
braids that's clearly visible. That's not your hair.
That's
clearly visible. That's not your hair. So I don't know what you're trying to say. So but that's me. I again, like I said,
people. I think I was letting y'all just discuss and I feel like there's no resolution coming. We'll be here for an hour and 23 minutes, and the camera done there. So I think we need to wrap up.
Bye. Yeah. Rashid put away that camera.
Exactly. So what plugs y'all got to make sure that last messages let people know what you got going on, what you want them to know about before we leave?
Okay, so take the mic for a second.
Good job. Proud of you.
Yes. So for the 4th of August, we have a party in Club Nix.
Wait, what?
The 4th of October.
Okay.
We have a party at Club Nix. Your boy Woods gonna be spinning there. DM your boy for the guest list, and don't come on the day of the party, cause I ain't gonna answer you no more. You too late.
What day is this?
Thursday.
Okay, thank God.
Yes. And every Monday we have Curious in Club Jondo. Those for the people that feel like they ain't party enough during the weekend and want to do something on Monday, or for the party organizers that don't have anything to organize because it's Monday, or for the people that play sports and don't have to play because it's Monday. Come by. And follow the boy on the IG, What's the Chosen, for any other updates, and stay tuned for some project.
You want to kiss the mic also?
Yeah.
Yeah,
all the time.
Let me finish.
Even the guests,
It'll really be like that every week.
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
they're accustomed to it by now.
Later in the podcast.
Let me finish now.
Continue.
Yes.
We waiting?
And a project dropping next month.
About fucking time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What
Sponsored by
project
King.
What project this is?
I ain't gonna talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
But
is this a mixtape? This is your actual music?
This is my music.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Music that Woods make?
Yes.
Like the
Completely.
beat and
Everything.
rapping?
Everything.
So you're rapping then?
I'm not rapping on it.
Oh, okay. So what are you doing on
Don't
it?
tell me you're singing.
Yes.
What's the singing?
Alright, I'm not getting into that.
I sing it like Drake sings. Okay?
Wood was,
It's not really singing.
Wood's project coming out. And also to say this now, we're going to give more information about it later. But Wood's going to be playing for ADE, for those that'll be in Amsterdam, the party scene, also known as Amsterdam Dance Event. So yeah, look out for that. Start getting your tickets for them. There, some of the shit's already sold. I'm gonna let y'all know specifically which parties that we going to be at. So yeah, look out for that, and that's it for me.
So Ms. Yak, you got any last words? I mean, we can't already ask you this like 30 minutes ago, kind of. But is there anything that we might have missed just to,
Nothing really missed, but just put an emphasis on the fact to just love yourself and put your peace first. I would say so at all costs, because at the end of the day, your priority in your life, you know how to control it. So that's basically it.
Alrighty then, Kalissa, Rasheen, anything? No. Any last words for the people then?
I good.
Alrighty then. Well, the only thing I gotta say is I still got the project. It's still being worked on. Other than that, ain't really no updates. It's still coming. No name yet. No release date yet. But I'm working on it. And with all of that being said, I think it's time to leave you people alone. And we'll see y'all the next time we link up.
Stop wearing fake noses.
Okay then.